Hariom, sir.
Hariom. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. 12th Shloka. Yuktah karma phalam tyaktva shantimapnoti naishtikim ayuktah kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate sarvani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan न कर्तृत्वन्न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतिं विभुः अज्ञानेनावृतं ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति जन्तवः ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषान्नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं तद्बुद्धयस्तदात्मानस्तन्निष्ठास्तत्परायणाः गच्छन्त्यपुनरावृत्तिं ज्ञाननिर्धूतकल्मषाः विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिनः इहैव तैर्जितः सर्गो येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्माद् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः न प्रहृष्येत् प्रियं प्राप्य नोद्विजेत् प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिरबुद्धिरसम्मूढः ब्रह्मविद्ब्रह्मणि स्थितः बाह्यस्पर्शे श्वसक्तात्मा विन्दत्यात्मनि यत्सुखं सब्रह्मयोगयुक्तात्मा सुखमक्षयमश्नुते ये हि संस्पर्शजा भोगाः दुःखयोनय एव ते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधः. Okay. So, from the 12th shloka up to the 21st shloka in the Jnana Yoga, Krishna clearly has established the fact that one who is in Jnana Yoga, for him there is no kartrutvam, na karmani, there is no karma phalam, there is no papam, there is no punyam, and it's actually the ajnanam which is engulfing the knowledge Okay, it is covering the knowledge and then people get deluded. So how do you remove it? First, tatparayanaha, tadbuddhayaha, then tadatmana, tannishtha. By doing that fourfold path, identifying what is the goal, then putting effort towards the goal, then achieving the goal, and then being established in the goal. So this 4 aspects or progression is very important, and once that happens, this person will never get again samsara, because all his papa punya karma phalas will be fully washed away, nirdhuta kalmashaha. Then what is the outlook of that person? Okay, the question will be like, if a person is completely cleansed, he has got jnanam now, will he be different? No. This is where very clearly this jnanam has to be understood, that it is small I and capital I. Small I is ahankara, capital I is atma, small I is RC, capital I is OC. He understands that the RC is covering his OC, and slowly he breaks this RC and establishes himself in the OC. Now when a person establishes himself or herself in an OC, when you say, this will have a problem, because in our common parlance we know, if I am here, I am not there. If I am there, that means I am not here. Please understand this. So when you say that a person is into jnanam at the level of capital I, which means he has moved out of small I. That means that ahankara is not there. Okay, when this ahankara is not there, then will he have all the transactions like any other person? The answer will be no. If person's ahankara is gone, then will the transaction like any other normal person will be there? Answer is no. Then does it mean that he will not feel hungry, he will not feel sleepy, he will not know that this body is not there, he will not have a name? Will he not transact? The answer is yes. If he is transacting, then what is the difference between him and me? I am also transacting, he is also transacting. There is no difference between me and him. Okay, and this is because this is where rationally we get stuck. The problem is, whenever we say that ajnanam is gone and the jnanam is there, this person with jnanam, his ahankara is not there. What does this ahankara not there mean? The question is, what does this ahankara not there mean? This ahankara is as though completely like a roasted seed, where it doesn't have a potency to germinate again. So the ahankara is with nididhyasana so much subdued that it will never get connected or attached to any material pursuits. When you say a person is always at an OC level, OC is a principle. You can't be at that level. Please understand that. A person cannot be there. He is established himself with that fact that there is an OC and I am that OC. Okay. So it's like whenever this wave is coming and going, this particular wave, if it has an identity other than water, then only you can say that it has come, it has lived, it has gone. There is a big wave, there is a small wave. Okay. But so far as the identity continues to be water, then wave is just a form. Can wave and water coexist? Can wave and water coexist? Correct? Same as OC and RC can coexist. Normally in our day-to-day life, we see that if I am this, then I cannot be that. There is no coexistence. If I am here, that means if I am ignorant, then I am not knowledgeable. If I am not knowledgeable, I am not ignorant. If I am knowledgeable, then I have no transaction. Because the knowledge says the transaction doesn't have any meaning. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithyatvam. If Jagat is Mithya, then there is no transaction also. Then there is no karma, karta, karma, karayita, punyam, papam, sukham, dukkam, nothing is there. Correct? So that person will not transact at all? The answer is no. Let's close the door. The answer is no. Please understand, this is where we can always go wrong. Atma Jnanam, if it is there, doesn't stop you from transaction. I can have a water view on the wave, I can have a wave view on the wave. I can see an ornament as gold, I can see the ornament as ornament. So what is changing here? My view is changing, but in reality nothing has changed. Are you able to get that? This is what from Ajnana going to Jnana means I have realigned my view between me and the world first. Then I say if both are the same, then two are not present, only one is present. That is me. Because I can deny the world, but I can't deny myself. So the subject remains, and that means the object doesn't have a place to be there. What does it practical sense mean? I am not attached to whatever happening in the objective world. Continue to be there, right? So the Jnanam part doesn't change transaction, but it changes the view on the transaction. Whatever I had an ornament view has got converted to gold view. Whatever I had a wave view has now got converted to water view. Sarvatra water drishti, sarvatra gold drishti, but transactions continue. Why this is important? Because there are many people who use this to say that this concept of Advaita Vedanta is useless. It has no meaning. Because if they have misunderstood it, they find out there is a flaw in it. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, if you say, there is only Brahman. Then for the person who is already in that view, for them Jagat should not be there. Then whether you are a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Dharma, Adharma, Punya, Papa, nothing will be there. Now what happens to the activity of this person who is a Jnani? Will he, because he has got Jnanam, will he give up the Vyavastha, the infrastructure? If he is in the Vyavastha, what happens to his Jnanam? Which means continues to be there, but mind is established in Brahmajnana. Okay, Vyavahara continues to be there. If he goes to a passport office and if the officer asks for the visa, what is your name? He will not say Aham Brahmasmi. He will give his name. When he gives a name, immediately you will say, no, why? You shouldn't have name. Na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukkham, chidananda rupa, shivogam. Have you forgotten that? Answer is no. Answer is no. Very clearly we know that that is what it is, but Vyavahara continues. Then what is the difference between me, the Ajnani, doing the Vyavahara and the Jnani doing the Vyavahara? He doesn't have attachment to it. In that Vyavahara, there is no attachment. Why? His Jnanam His Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana has made him completely detached, Paripurna Vairagya with transaction. But transaction continues. Is it clear? Right? So it is changing the view and changing the vision is what is called Jnanam coming. So like you don't go somewhere and then Jnanam comes, no. Whenever this change has happened completely, you get an internal freedom, and that freedom is moksha. Because there is no bandhana. Okay? Now, this particular thing, if it is in the book and I have to refer it every time, how will this jnanam be with me? So it has to be with me. Okay? Whenever there is money and knowledge, both not available with you, money kept somewhere or knowledge from some source, both are not available with you, whenever you need it, both will not be available for you. So both have to be kept with you only. Okay, so this jnanam should be 24/7, 365 days, and that is where the nididhyasanam helps to convert completely, and even after that, there are very high chances that you will fall down. Okay, because as you have come a path, suddenly if there is a distraction, you can come down. So reaching there is not big, maintaining there is a very big thing. Being in that, irrespective of the situation around in the setup, I am still Aham Brahmasmi view in the mind, but I continue the transaction with everyone, maintaining the Vyavastha, Varnashrama Vyavastha and Dharma is a big challenge if Sadhana Chatushtaya is not there. Sadhana Chatushtaya is there, this is very easy. Is this a mock drill? Just check, is it a mock or real? Just check and come. If it's real, we can't be sitting here. Let's wait. We don't know. Let's wait. Want to check it? Mock drill. Okay. Chalo. Okay. Let us continue. Okay. So to explain this particular aspect of how this jnani's mind and vyavahara will be is the next shloka. Okay. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shwapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shwapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Okay, let us see what are the words now. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. One word, it's a complex word. Yaha Vidyaya Sampanne. Vidya Sampanne. यस्मिन् विनयमस्ति सह विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गवि हस्तिनी शुनि च एव श्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिनः। विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गवि हस्तिनि शुनि च एव श्वपाके समदर्शिनः सन्ति। Okay, now a very interesting thing is all these certain words are all coming in Saptami Ekavachanam here. Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, Shuni, Shwapake, all these are Saptami. And what does Saptami denote? In. See? What does it denote? In, not it. So, in Brahmane, in Gau, in Hasti, in Shuni, in Shwapaka, Samadarshina. So, while writing it is very clear, he doesn't equate all. Okay, but in them he sees Samadarshinaha. Okay. So, Samadarshinaha Panditaha. Sorry, Panditaha Yaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. One, the person who is a Panditaha. Now, this Panditaha comes from where? Panda. The word Panda. Panda means. What is the meaning of Panda? Brahman. Panditaha, one who knows Brahmajnanam. Second chapter, 11th Shloka. Ashocyananvashocastvam prajñavadamscha bhashase gatasu nagatasuscha nanushocanti Panditaha. Panditaha na anushocanti. Same Panditaha. Who are they? Who are Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vidya, knowledge. Okay. Which knowledge? Atmajnanam. Is that enough? Is the knowledge is good enough, right? If the knowledge is there, it will do the job. He gives Vinaya Sampanne. What is Vinaya? Humility. Why this humility has put? There is no ahankara at all. That means that person who who has not only the theoretical knowledge, but also has done nididhyasanam by which his ahankara is subdued completely, that vidya vinaya sampanne panditaha. Okay, not one, all those who have these qualities, who have the knowledge, and who has done nididhyasanam and their ahankara is subdued completely, to those all people, Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, Shuni, Shwapaka. 5 things they have given. Brahmana. Who is Brahmana? Brahmana. Okay. Gavi, Gau. Gau Shabdam Saptami Ekavachanam. Gavi. Okay. Is cow. Hasti, elephant. Hastini. Saptami Ekavachanam. Hasti is elephant. Hatti वहाँ से ही आया है. There are many words for it. Okay. So Hasti is elephant. Shuni. Shuni means dog. Shuni. Shwapaka. Shwapaka is, the literal meaning is one who cooks dog meat and eats. He is called a Shwapaka. Okay. Cha eva samadarshinaha. He has samadrishti to all of them internally, that they are all Atma, nothing else. Externally, they are all different. Are you able to get this? So that is why that moving and tuning yourself to the capital I is what very clearly has been told here. It is not he sees all of them the same. No. He sees within all of them the same thread. You know, Sutre Manigana Iva. That Sutra remains the same. The manis can be any different. They are all manis. But the Sutra, which is the Atma, is the same, is what his drishti is. But that doesn't mean when he goes to a dog, he will behave, please, like how he behaves to a cow or how he behaves to an elephant. No. If he sees an elephant, if the elephant charges in front, he will run. He is not going to stand there. Na punyam na papam. No. Please understand that. So at a transactional level, those things will be there, but internally his mind is Aham Brahmasmi. Very clearly. Tat Tvameva Asi. You are also that. So let it be Hastini, Shwapakaha, Brahmanaha, Shuni, anyone, go, you are all the same as what I am. We are no different. Is it clear? Sarvatra water drishti. One wave Hastini, another wave Gavi, other wave Brahmana, fourth wave Pandita. Anything you call, doesn't matter. Does it make sense? That is why that view is being very clearly told. Otherwise we can wrongly understand what is this Atmajnana drishti of the person. Okay. If he starts doing that Aham Brahmasmi with everyone, then the Vyavastha will go for a 6. That is why in the 3rd chapter itself they have told, Na buddhi bedam janayet jananam karma ajnanam karma sanginam. Don't do buddhi bedam. Let people continue. That means the Varna Vyavastha, Dharma Vyavastha needs to be there. Are you able to get this? Now, why these examples are there? And before going to this example, I will give you another example which actually talks of this. Okay. Asti Varanasyam Kashi Nagare. What is that? What is the starting of that? Chandalaha. Wait. When you want, you don't get it. This is what, if Vidya is not there here, you need, it is not in Mastake, it is in Pustake, this is the problem. Sati acharyasya gamane kadachin muktidayakam kashi kshetram prati sahagaurya margeshu shankaram antyaveshadaram drishtva gaccha gaccha iti abravit. Shankaraha sopi chandalaha tam punah praha shankaram annamayat annamayam athava chaitanyameva chaitanyat he dvijavara duri kartum vanchasi kimbruhi gaccha gaccheti. Exactly the same thing. Okay. What is the starting? Sati acharyasya gamane. Sati, one time when Acharya was walking, Adi Shankaracharya. Acharyasya gamane kadachin muktidayakam kashi kshetram prati. When he was walking inside Kashi, muktidayakam Kashi. Kashi is called Mokshadham. Prati sahagaurya margeshu shankaram. Gauri Sameta Shankaram, along with Parvati Shiva, Margeshu, in the path, Antyaveshadharam, when having seen Shiva and Parvati in a Chandala form, Drishtva Acharyaha Gaccha gaccha iti abravit. Are you able to get this? Okay. Gaccha gaccha iti abravit. Shankaraha. Which Shankaraha? No. Bhagavan Shankaraha. Saha api chandalaha. He is no other but in this chandala form now. Shankaraha sopi chandalaha. Tam punah praha, he again spoke to whom? Shankaram. Who is this Shankaram? Adi Shankara. Because here Shankaram is in Dvitiya. To Shankara he spoke. Okay. Shankaraha sopi chandalaha tam punah praha Shankaram annamayat annamayam. Athava chaitanyameva chaitanyat. He Dvijavara duri kartum vanchasi kimbruhi gaccha gaccheti. So he gives two situations and realistic probabilities. He says, what are you referring and saying gaccha gaccha? Annamayat annamayam. If you are seeing me as a Chandala bodily and yourself as a sannyasi bodily, then for you the sannyasi, my body and your body has no meaning. Correct? We have to, you are a sannyasi. You have taken sannyasa to give up this body part only. That is why this Varnashrama, you have gone out of it, because this body is what is separating everything, right? So for you, you have devalued it. Then why are you valuing my body? If you are looking body versus body, then there is a problem. Athava chaitanyameva chaitanyat, if you are telling my conscious is different from your conscious, so your conscious you please move, then there is a bigger problem. Get the question now. Annamayat annamayam athava chaitanyameva chaitanyat. Hey Dvijavara, oh learned person, duri hey Dvijavara, duri kartum vanchasi. What are you trying to separate? Either body from body or Chaitanya from Chaitanya. Kim pruhi gaccha gaccheti. I didn't understand. Tell me what it is. Okay. That is why when the question is asked in the right perspective, the person who listens to the question has to take a pause, because gaccha gaccha was from which aspect? Gaccha gaccha was told from which aspect? Annamaya means what? Vyavahara. Correct? And the question asked is from what aspect? Paramarthika. Correct? Now, if you say Paramarthika is right, the body doesn't differ, can Adi Shankara go and tell the Chandala, please come? Anyway, you are not the body, I am not the body. Or the other way around, I am Chaitanya, you are Chaitanya. He cannot do that also. And there are people watching. Because if he does that, he has broken the dharma, others will follow it. Jnani breaks the dharma, ajnanis will blindly follow it. Giving that one, see, people wait for one exception by a jnani rather than following hundreds of rules which the jnani is following. Understand this. Anywhere, we always look at one person. If he has done, Modi has done 1,000 good, एक जगह पे कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ तो वो एक जगह पे बहुत बड़ा दिखेगा और 1,000 गुड दिखेगा ही नहीं. It's a general rule I am saying. Like that, everyone are watching this, and that is where the testing of the knowledge also happens. And that's where he answers in, that is called Manisha Panchakam. Okay, what is that? He starts. Before that, he makes another statement. Kim Gangambuni Bimbitem Paramano Chandala Vati Payaha Pure Chantara Masti Kanchana Ghate Mritkumbhayorvam Pare Pratyak Vastu Nimistaranga Sahaja Nandava Bodham Budau Viproham Pratyak Vastu Nava Bodham Budau Prarabdhaya Samarpitam. If you tell in the tune, you will get it properly, otherwise it goes. King Gangambuni Bimbitem Paramano Chandala Vati Payaha Pure Chantara Masti Kanchana Ghate Britkumbhayor Vambare Pratyak Vastu Nimistaranga Sahajananda Vabodam Budau Viproham Shwapachoyamityapi Maha Koyam Vibheda Brahmaha. Where is this Vibheda Brahmaha between Ayam Vipraha, Ayam Shwapachaha? See the word he is using. Are you able to get this? He says, Ayam Vipraha, Ayam Shwapachaha, Koyam Vibheda Brahmaha. What is this Brahmaha? What is this foolishness? That you are a Chandala, I am a Vipraha. Okay. Shwapachaha means I am the dog eater and you are a knowledgeable person. Why are you just putting all this wrong knowledge into people? So first is the question to him, then justification of the question saying that Kim Gangambuni Bimbitem Paramano Chandala Vati Payaha. When the sun's rays fall in your pure Ganges or my dirty Nala, will it reflect differently? Atma Drishtiya. Kim Gangambuni Bimbitem Paramano Chandala Vati Payaha Pure Chantara Masti Kanchana Ghate Mritkumbhayorvam Bare. If I have water in the mud pot or the golden pot, will the water change? Complete Paramarthika Drishti now. Pratyak Vastu Nimista Ranga Sahaja Nandava Bodham Budau. Finally it is the Atma, which is the content and not the container. If this is understood, then why are you separating Viproyam Shwapachoham Ityapi Maha Ko Ayam Viveda Brahmaha? Where are you deluded by this? Which is clearly telling Paramarthika Drishti, this is what it is. Why are you bringing Vyavahara? And then that means you break the dharma. In short, because of your jnanam, you break the dharma. So it's like cornering a person. Now you have to answer it. Okay. Then he says, he comes to the reality and says, Jagrat swapna sushuptyavasthishu sputatara ya samvidujrumbhate ya brahmati pipilikanta tanusho prota jagat sakshini saivaham na cha drishyavastiti dhrida pratyapi yasyapi chet Chandalostu satudvijostu gururityesha manisha mama. Says, this particular vyavastha is for people. If you are in that setup, you cannot break it and you should not break it. How much ever you know that reality, what you are talking is reality, I have no doubt about it. And hence, Chandalostu Satu Dvijostu Guru Riti Esha Manisha Mama, one who has got Manisha is my Guru. There I have no problem at all. But this Vyavastha cannot be broken. That inner thing is not known to people. What people see, the Dharma, उसके पीछे ज्ञान में, तो व्यवस्था को ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते. तो व्यवस्था रखते हुए मेरा मन उस पे रहेगा. That is the right way, and he clarifies this in 5 particular shlokas. Exactly the same way, Brahmana, Gavi, Hastini, Shuni, Shwapaka. In all of them, Samadarshinaha. It is not all of them are Samadarshi. I am Samadarshinaha to see that inner one string in all of them, but all of them are different for me. Is it clear? Okay. Why these examples? You could have taken any examples. Brahmanaha, completely evolved buddhi, Sattvic. Sattvic in nature, highest possible evolution is this example only. Other than that, you cannot have. Panditaha, Brahmana, whatever, this example only you can give. Then, when the buddhi is not there, Jantu, Prani, there go. Go is Sattvic. Sattvic, cow, Sattvic. Correct? Gavam angeshu tishtanti bhuvanani chaturdashaha. Gavam angeshu tishtanti bhuvanani chaturdashaha. All the worlds are there inside the cow. Sattvic. Okay. So, that is why in the pranis, Sattvic. In the human beings already, Sattvic is considered, supposed to be Sattvic. In true sense, Karma Brahmana, Guna Brahmana, Jati Brahmana, all Brahmana is what is referred here. Then, when it comes to pranis, the cow is a Sattvic. Hasti, the elephant is Rajasic. Power, movement, Rajasic. There also you pray to the elephant. Elephant is always considered to be a pious animal. That is an animal which is allowed inside temples also. But Rajasic, example. Then the third one is Tamasic. Shuni or Shwanaha. Okay. That is why a dog is never kept inside the which when it vomits, it eats it back. I have heard that. And hence, it is highly tamasic in nature. Okay. So, now what to talk of someone who eats not only meat, but also eats the meat of a dog. He is worse than the dog. That is Shwapaka. Buddhi being there, still worse than the dog. So now you see the whole spectrum. Starts from one end to the other end. Everyone are covered in it. And in all of them he sees Samadarshinaha. Tell me similar shloka which has come in Tattvabodha. Last page, last shloka. Correct? Kashyam atava Shopachasya grihe. What is it given there? Correct? So when a jnani dies, it doesn't matter whether it is in Kashi or Shopachasya grihe, one who is a dog eater's house. It doesn't matter. Jnanam what matters. It is not the place where he dies. Exactly the same thing is, it doesn't matter who it is, the mind will be always samadarshinaha from Atma Drishtya, but from external, the Vyavastha will continue and all the dharma related etiquettes, mannerisms, everything will be maintained by a Panditaha 100%, otherwise he will distort the society, well-being and infrastructure. That is worst. So he will never do it. Okay. But if someone accuses that you are a jnani, how you have different drishti for different people? No. The drishti is always in the inner Atma Drishtya, natu Sharira Drishtya. Is it clear? Okay. Now, the next one. Ihai vatair jita sargaha. Ihai vatair jita sargaha. Yesham samye sthitam manaha. Samye sthitam nirdosham hi samam brahma. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Tasmad brahmani te sthitaha. Okay. Ihaiva tair iha eva. Okay, the breakup is iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha. Ihaiva tair jita sargaha. Iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha. Yesham samye sthitam manaha. Now the rest are all just every word is clear. Nirdosham hi samam brahma. Tasmat brahmani te sthitaha. Clear? Again let me say, iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha yesham samye sthitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te sthitaha. One of the very, I wouldn't say important shloka, but one of the very clear shlokas which talks of here and now moksha. There are very few shlokas which says here and now you can get it. Okay. Now, how do you break this? Yesham manaha samye sthitam. Yesham manaha samye sthitam taihi iha eva sargaha jitaha. Brahma hi samam nirdosham tasmat te brahmani sthitaha. Okay. I will again rephrase this a little differently further, making it more sense. You don't have to write it, but try to understand it. Brahma hi samam nirdosham. Brahma hi nirdosham te samam brahmani sthitaha tasmat yesham manaha samye sthitam taihi iva eva sargaha jitaha. Okay. So first is a statement of fact. Having accepted this statement of fact, you put effort to attain it. Once having attained it, then here and now you get moksha from samsara. Are you able to get this? First is statement of fact. This statement of fact I have completely, what do you call, nididhyasanam. With nididhyasanam I have completely changed my view for all times to come that way. When my view is like that, I see everything in that way. When I see everything in that way, I am out of this samsara of moksha, birth and death here and now. Logic ek dekh lo, we will go to detail, you will come to know what it is. Because the way it is put is not so clean, but this is how you construct it this way. First is Brahma. What is Brahma? Brihattama Brahma. What is Brahma? Brahma. Brihattama. What is Brihattama? All encompassing. Brihattamaha. Brahma. Okay. That Brahma is nirdosham. If there is anything, any substance flawless in this cosmos, other than Atma or Brahman, there is nothing else. Everything else has got a flaw. So, Brahma hi nirdosham. Okay. Clear? Now, this nirdosham Brahma is seen everywhere by this person, because it is Brihattama. Everywhere includes him also. So there is only one Brahman or one Atma which is nirdosham, and it is samam, which says that Advitiyam Brahma, Akalmasha Brahma, Nirvikalpaka Brahma. Okay. And your Brahma is different, my Brahma is different, cannot be there. Samam drishti. Nirdosham samam Brahma drishti. One who understands this Brahma from that perspective, Atma from that perspective, Atma sarvavyapi, Atma nirdoshaha, Atma akalmashaha, Atma sarvatra, ekameva Atma, advitiya Atma, aham asmi, tvam asi. Clear? That drishti, yaha tam drishtya brahmani sthitaha. That means who is at all times with such a view, firmly being in that. So knowledge, abadhita jnana, samshayarahita jnana, manana dwara, then having removed the habitual differentiation in the view and converted it to samadrishti, and always being there in that drishti 24 by 7, 365 days is called te sthitaha. Stha, to be. Sthitaha, who is established in that. Clear? So one who has been established understanding the Brahmajnanam as Brahma, Brihattama, all pervading, Nirdosham, cha samam. That drishti, when it is there and it is very well established in a person. So now we are not only referring to a person, the person having a particular drishti at all times. Is it clear? Yesham manaha samye sthitam. That mind which has got all this, the second line ka jo bhi bola hai na, that mind which sees everyone the same and is established in it. Okay. First reference is I compared to everything else. Vyashti, Samashti, Drishti. Vyashti and Samashti Drishti. First I remove that and say everything is Brahman. I am Brahman, you are Brahman, and there is nothing else, and I am very convinced about it, and my mind is sitting there, and that's how I see the whole world and me. That person who sits in such a state of mind, and when he looks at others now not the world, other living beings, because now you have come from me and rest other than me to me and similar to me. Correct? Because the inanimate world doesn't have meaning in this. The animate world, sentient world, where pranis are there, human beings are there, and in them, because he has a bigger vision of seeing everything, Satchit Ananda Atma Drishti, he sees Chit as the same in everyone. Are you able to get? First is Satchidananda Drishti. Then in Vyavahara it comes only with Chit. Correct? So there again in the mind, Manaha Samye Sthitam. Is it clear? When a person is sitting with that mindset, Taihi Iha Eva Sargaha Jitaha. That person here and now has already won the samsara. The moment such a mindset comes, which doesn't change, here and now moksha is guaranteed. Is it clear? There are no shlokas which says after death, many are there, but these are very few ones which says here and now it is guaranteed. Because death is just an occasion which is going to happen with time to come. And death from everyone else's perspective, because from that person's perspective he is neither got a janma now, and hence where is a mrityu. Janma is there only for the anatma, so mrityu of the anatma doesn't matter. Atma amar hai, and I am that atma. Okay, so the example compared is when a wave looks at another wave and says, this is my mother wave, I have come from this big wave, I am a small wave, with time I will become big. This is father wave, this is my birthday, so this wave gives chocolates to the other waves, then all of them catch their hand and go to the shore. Oh, now you are going to die, and then one cries for the other. But for we jnanis, It is just formation of water which is coming and going. But for the wave, I am born, I live, I die, again I will be mixed with that, again I will be born. So innumerable waves, that many janmas. The moment the wave looks at it as I am water, aham water asmi, then wave is incidental. Clear? Once you have a mindset that way, then here and now it is moksha. See how these shlokas are going in Jnana Marga very clearly. First, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Tad Buddhayas Tadatmanan Tad Nishta Tatparayanaha Gacchantya Punaravrittim Jnana Nirdhuta Kalmashaha. Once that jnanam comes, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunichaiva Shvapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Now that person who sees everyone like this is not looking for a moksha at the time of death. Here and now is already mukta. Why? He has understood that nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te sthitaha yesham samye sthitam manaha ihaiva tairjita sargaha. Are you able to understand how logically every shloka is going ahead? Correct? So oneness and view, and the benefit of the view has come here in the next. Okay. Then how will he actually transact? For that person, for a person like this, will he have sukha dukkha? Yes or no? No, he will not have sukha dukkha. Will he have raga dvesha? Huh? Will he have punya papa? No. Will he have prarabdha? Prarabdha is made up of? What? Prarabdha is made up of what? Punya papa. Punya papa. Exhaustion of that is sukha dukkha. So if prarabdha is there, punya papa is there. If punya papa is there, sukha dukkha is there. So, see, this is where we shouldn't jump. Be rational first. Then only rationally you can go from dvaita to advaita. Suddenly if you jump and say that no, nothing is there for that person, then the next question will be is if you give sugar to him, will he feel it sweet or will he feel it salty or what will he feel? Bitter. Suppose if I give a sugar to a jnani, will the taste be sweet, bitter, salty or what? Sweet. If that jnani used to be liking sweet, will he like it or will he not like it? But he is jnani. He should not have likes and dislikes. समझ में आ रहा है किधर प्रॉब्लम आएगा? Then what is it you have to look at?
Sir, he will be detached. He will have sukha dukkha everything, but he will be detached.
So he will not crave for it. मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला तो ठीक है. You remember those two jnanis going for a seminar and then they lunch time, then there is two counters are there, South Indian counter and North Indian. So the Punjabi jnani goes to chole bhature, the South Indian goes for the dahi baat. Again they take this and sit. Suppose the South Indian goes there and they say dahi baat khatam hua, he has no problem, he will come and take chole bhature. समझ में आ रहा है? Nothing changes for the person, but the attachment changes when we look at it. Please understand, when we look at it through our raga dvesha, our likes and dislikes, our knowledge, our attachment and detachment. That is not jnani's attachment, detachment or likes and dislikes. So by looking at what a jnani is outwardly doing, if we try to make assessment of internally also his thought would be that way, we are further making a big mistake and understanding, because we do not understand what is jnanam, we are getting further into ajnanama. On one hand we say appearances don't matter. Correct? The way the person appearance is there doesn't matter, because what is in is not known. Once what is in is known, appearance don't matter. Same way, a jnani's jnanam we do not know. So we have no way to compare it, and we have no business to compare it. We have no need to compare it. Because our comparison will be with ajnani, and that is a wrong comparison logically. Correct? So when we say this very clearly, when it comes to this particular shloka, na prahrishyet prapya no dvijet aprapya cha priyam sthira buddhir asammudaha brahmavid brahmani sthitaha. This is what his logically his behaviors will be there when it comes. Let us read that. Ihai vatair, sorry, that is over, right? Naprahrishyet priyam prapya no dvi, okay, repeat. No dvijet prapya cha priyam sthira buddhira sammudhaha tasmad, sorry, brahmavid brahmani sthitaha na prahrishyet priyam prapya na udvijet prapya cha apriyam. Na prahrishyet priyam prapya na udvijet prapya cha apriyam. Sthira buddhihi asammudhaha brahmavit brahmani sthitaha. Okay. Priyam prapya na prahrishyet. Priyam prapya na prahrishyet. Apriyam prapya na cha udvijet. Sthira buddhihi asammudaha brahmavid brahmani sthitaha. Been able to write this? Okay. The second line is the cause, and the first line is the effect. The way in Sanskrit they have given is because he behaves this way, the reason being he is this way. No, because he is this way, his behavior has become this way. The cause is first, then the reason. Okay. It is like saying, don't worry about this guy. He will give a good donation. Why? He is rich. Don't worry about this guy, he will give donation because he is rich. No, it should be the other way around. Because he is rich, he will give donation, so I need not worry. It is saying the same thing, but the cause has to come first. And that is what in all our shlokas to Bhagavan, stuti to Bhagavan, when we praise Bhagavan, what do? We praise for what you have, which means I want a small portion of what you have. Correct? You are this, you are that, you are that, you are that. Why? Give me some portion of that. Because you are that, yeah, you give me. It is never that I need it because you are giving me, obviously you have it. No. It is a different way of putting the whole thing. The way it is put here, priyam prapya na prahrishyet, apriyam prapya na cha udvijet. Because he haven't had such a behavior, because why? He is buddhi sthiraha, asammudaha, brahmavid brahmani sthitaha. No. Because he is brahmani sthitaha, asammudaha, brahmavit, that is why priyam prapya na prahrishyet. Apriyam prapya na udvijet. Because that is a bigger cause for this small effect what you are talking. Okay, let us understand this. Brahmavida apnoti param. Brahmavit apnoti param. One who has got Brahman, Brahma Vidya, is Brahman himself and he has got everything. Ekajnanena sarvajnanam bhavati. That is the clear proclamation of the Upanishads and the Shruti, that by one knowledge who can get all the knowledges, by getting one thing, everything that person achieves. This brings a big amount of confusion in a common man's mind. Anything else I have means what? If this one is cumulative of everything, sum of everything, then I understand. But this one, if I have everything. But in reality, I see you have nothing which I have. Is talking that way? Why is the Shruti saying that way? Are you able to get the question? Not clearly. When we say, if Atma Ekajnanena Sarvajnanam Bhavati is the this given, Pratijna given, by this one knowledge you will have all the knowledges. Right? This one knowledge is what? Atma Jnanam. Suppose if I ask that person, can you tell me computer knowledge? Where will he have computer knowledge? If I ask him some other knowledge, where will he have that? Then why is the Shruti saying Ekajnanena Sarvajnanam Bhavati? Are you able to get this? Because this is a logical problem now which we will face. First we told that he sees everyone the same. We clarified it. He sees in them the same Atma which is the same. It is not same way when you say that he is, this Jnanam is there, he has got all the Jnanam. Or if this Jnanam is there, he has got all the Sampatti. How does that justify to a common man? I don't know, is this question clear to all of you all? Huh? Are you able to hear me?
Now we could hear, 5 minutes we could not hear.
Oh, okay. I don't know, it had completely switched off. I think connectivity. Okay. You heard the shloka and the breakup?
Yes.
Okay. Now the question is, the way this particular shloka is put, प्रियं प्राप्य न प्रहृष्येत अप्रियं प्राप्य न उद्विजेत एवं स्थिर बुद्धि असम्मूढ़ः ब्रह्मविद ब्रह्मणि स्थितः. Okay, let me just go by the meaning of what it is said, then probably you will understand the question better. Priyam prapya na prahrishyet. What is priyam prapya? पसंद का चीज मिला तो, पसंद का चीज मिला तो न प्रहृष्येत, doesn't jump in joy. अप्रियम प्राप्य च न उद्विजेत. When he gets something or she gets something which they dislike, he is not or she is not so dejected. Correct? Udvijet. Hence, evam sthira buddhihi, he is of a stable mind. Asammudaha, non-deluded. Brahmavid brahmani sthitaha, his mind is always established in Brahman. Because he doesn't get agitated and because he doesn't get overjoyed, that is why his mind is sitting in Brahman. क्योंकि ये दोनों में तो नहीं है. देखो पेंडुलम कैसा है, इधर इधर गया नहीं तो इधर गया, इधर भी नहीं गया इधर भी नहीं गया, मतलब क्या, वो बीच में खड़ा है, मतलब समम दृष्टि. सो हिज माइंड इज स्थिर बुद्धि, नॉन deluded and always in Brahman. So Brahman is in between, Priyam is in one end, Apriyam is in other end, the way it looks. See the formation of the statement looks that way. Please understand. Once we see this way, that is why we are saying no. Saha Brahmavet Sthira Buddhihi Asammudha Sthira Buddhihi Eva Brahmani Sthitaha. Tasya Manaha Asammudha, non-deluded, Sthira Buddhihi, firm, Evam Brahmani Sthitaha, Natu Anatmena. Correct? Tarhi Priyam Prapya na Prahrishyet, Apriyam Prapya na Udvijet. समझ में आ रहा है? If I have so much of money that I can buy millions of balloons, then one balloon breaking doesn't matter to me because I have no value to that balloon. Why? Because I have millions of balloons, or I have a capability to buy millions of balloons. Does it make sense? If you take all your money and buy balloons, and if one breaks from that, will you cry? That is why while playing with the child you don't cry, but for the child all the million balloons are this one balloon only. That is why the child cries. समझ में आ रहा है? So when you go up to a level where this becomes very small, insignificant, you will not hold on to it. You will just drop it like a hot potato. You will not bother about it. Then where is Priyam and Apriyam? Are you able to get this? Are you all able to get this? Exactly the same thing is told in Brahmananda Valli. To make this understand, Brahmananda Valli gives you a comparative Ananda and says Brahmananda is highest among all the Anandas. If you have the Brahmananda, then where are you interested in all these Vishayanandas? Because Vishayananda is going to make you, for Vishayananda is Priyam and Apriyam. For Brahmananda there is no Priyam and Apriyam. You are always in that. You are that. Is it clear? Where does in Brahmananda Valli it says? युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्ठो दृढष्ठो बलिष्ठः तस्येयं पृथिवी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् स एको मानुष आनन्दः. So 1 unit of happiness, Anandaha, is defined now. It is defined. Okay. To give you an example, it is defined. But that 1 unit of Ananda itself is theoretically true and practically not possible. Imagine if that is 1 unit of Ananda, then further. What is that 1 unit of Ananda? Yuva syat sadhu yuva dhyayakaha. You are a yuva, young person. That means filled with energy, filled with motivation, filled with all the abilities, everything, sarva guna sampanna. Sadhu, knowledgeable. Humble, completely well disciplined, following all the norms of the society. Okay. Dharmishtaha. Okay. Adhyayakaha, you are a teacher. That means your knowledge is perfect. Okay, not like now. थोड़ा कुछ पढ़ के वापस सिखाने को हम बैठ जाते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है. पूरा पढ़ने के बाद ओनली व्हेन इट इज फुल, जब वो गुलाब जामुन का अंदर पूरा पाक जाता है, देन ओनली दे स्टार्ट गिविंग टू अदर्स. ओके, सो युवा स्यात् साधु युवा ध्यायकः. इज दैट इनफ? नो. आशिष्टो दृढ़िष्ठो बलिष्ठः. ही इज द हाईएस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ फेम, पर्सनालिटी एंड स्ट्रेंथ. समझ में आ रहा है? सो देयर इज नथिंग लेफ्ट. ऑल physically, when you look at the person, by knowledge, by behavior, by attitude, fame, highest. Now, ये सब छोड़ने के बाद one more thing has been told. ये सब भी आ सकता है किसी को, but one more thing has told, that is not going to happen. Imagine, tasyeyam sarvavit, tasyeyam prithvi sarvavittasya Purnasyat. Imagine all the riches and wealth you have in this earth. He is the possessor of it. समझ में आ रहा है? That person's happiness is considered to be 1 unit of happiness. तो अपना अपना देख लो, 10⁻⁻ कितना है देख लो. ओके. हाँ, उपनिषद डज नॉट स्टॉप देयर. वो बोलता है ये तो बेस है. नाउ आई विल गो ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन. लीनियर भी नहीं, ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन में जाएगा. ओके. स एको मानुष आनंदः ते ये शतम मानुषा आनंदाः. Consider 100 of such ananda equal to sa eko manushya gandharvanam anandaha. Manushya gandharvas, this is 1 unit of ananda. Okay, 100 units of manushya gandharvananda is sa eko deva gandharvanam anandaha. So you can keep multiplying in 2 to 2, keep adding. Then Deva Gandharvas 100 equal to 1 Pitrananchira Loka Lokanamanandaha. Pitraloka Ananda is one of that. Hundreds of that. Ajana Janan Devanamanandaha. Hundreds of that. Karma Devanan Devanamanandaha. 100 of Karma Deva is Sa Eka Indrasyanandaha. One Indra enjoys that happiness. 100 Indras, sa eko Brihaspateranandaha. 100 Brihaspati, sa eka Prajapateranandaha. Now we have come to Prajapati. Chaturmukha Brahma, Brahma ji दाढ़ी वाला, इतना साल ऐसा आनंद enjoy कर करके so much आनंद he has got. Okay. Now 100 Prajapati Ananda is Sa eko brahmana anandaha. One who has brahmajnanam has got that much ananda. Okay. And who is that? Sa eko brahmana anandaha. Shrotriyasya cha kamaha tasya sayascha ayam purushe. You are that. No one else. So if you understand your true nature, you have this level of ananda, and when you are at that level of ananda, you are Brahmavit, Brahmani sthitaha. Where is the question of prahrishyet priyam, udvijet apriyam? समझ में आ रहा है? वो कैसा है? You are in a warehouse of sugar, warehouse, और वो चींटी अंदर घुस के बोला अभी मैं खा खा के पूरा खा लूंगा. Is it possible? समझ में आ रहा है? वो चींटी, वो warehouse of sugar में, चींटी will be so small like maybe 10 sugars together. कितना? So when you are owner of this sugar, this, तुम चींटी का आनंद का क्या बात कर रहे हो? It is not even insignificant. You will not even know कि प्रियम और अप्रियम has even come, because you are sitting in that level of तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थितः. नंदति नंदति नंदत्येव, nothing else. Nandavanam. This completely Bhagavan's Nandavanam. I'm this Swargam is now and here for me. I'm enjoying every moment of it. You understand? So while looking at it, it is, battery has also gone. 15 minutes left. Okay. So when we look at it, if we see it through our specs, then there is a problem. Because our specs have got limited vision. The Ananda or that Brahmani Sthita, that particular, to give that vastness, Chitta Vishalata is such lokas. You understand that it is so big that this becomes insignificant. Does it make sense now? So, hence we put this shloka the other way. Sthira buddhihi saha brahmavit, one who knows Brahman, asammudhaha. See, go logically. Saha brahmavit. Kaha brahmavit? Saha eva brahmavit. Shravananantaram brahmavit. Tarhi samshaya nivarananantaram asammudaha. Saha eva nididhyasananantaram sthira buddhihi tatra brahmani eva manasi sthitaha. Okay, first brahmavit, then asammudaha, then sthira buddhihi, and then brahmani sthitaha manaha. For him, what is this question of priyam, apriyam? Na prahrishet, na cha udvijet. If you know from the second line, you go to the first line, you will say, why is even Krishna writing this? Is it necessary to be written? Why even talk of insignificant? But when you look at it from the Ajnani's mind, then this is the way you have to go. Jnani's mind, the second line followed by the first line. From an Ajnani's mind, अरे इसको कुछ फर्क ही नहीं गिरता है, तुम उसको बोलो आई विल पुट इन हॉट ऑयल एंड फ्राई, ही इज लाफिंग, कुछ फर्क ही नहीं गिरता है. करेक्ट? फॉर दैट पर्सन देयर वाज वन ज्ञानी हु वाज गोइंग एंड ही वाज वॉकिंग. कुछ नहीं, बेचारा लंगोटी में जा रहा था, पुलिस वाला पकड़ा. अय शर्म नहीं आता है तुम्हें? सबका सामने कपड़ा वपड़ा पहना नहीं है, चलो चलो. किधर? जेल में डालूंगा. जेल में ही हूं मैं. एक जेल दूसरा जेल में जा रहा है, ये लंगोट भी निकालूंगा. ठीक है, यू है पूर्ण दर्शन, तुम्हारे लिए लंगोट पहना था मैं, मुझे उसकी भी जरूरत नहीं है. सी, द माइंडसेट इज डिफरेंट. योर व्यवहारा विल नॉट impact anything for such a person. You understand? That is why they will never go to solve problems, they will dissolve the problems. They will never go to solve any problem. It doesn't need solution. Because for them, these are all ephemeral. They don't exist. Where is the question of solution? Only one problem of ajnanam they had, they have solved it by jnanam. The rest doesn't have. Why? Nirdosham hi samam brahma. They don't see dosha at all anywhere. Correct? Is it clear? Okay. Even my charge is getting very low. It will stop anytime. Online people also will miss out. So we will stop it here today. We will continue with the next one, which is Bahya Sparshe Shvasaktatma, in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay, next class. Next class is on next Saturday, and next Friday is Mahashivratri. So next Saturday morning, it depends on the situation. I may even cancel the class last moment if I am too tired that I can't sit and I'll sleep and doze off here. Then I will not take the class, because full night Mahashivratri Puja will be on. So maybe for many of you all also, if you all are doing Jagran, there are chances, if anyone do not want the class, please mention there. Then collectively we all bunk the class. ठीक है, चलो हरिओ हरिओ
धन्यवाद सर.
धन्यवाद.